And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
Yeah! That's what we're talking about. Yes!
I love the Christmas spirit. Did you get them to do that?
Oh, I have to give the credit to Brad Sham because he was like, just do this for Instagram.
Do it for the gram
do it
from Brad
for the gram.
Sham.
Sham said do it for the gram.
Swear.
Wow, I've seen that.
Promise we do have a show for you guys. We've got some really good stuff today. We got to get into the Colts a little bit. Jason Garrett talked to us about Andrew Luck, how the Cowboys can stop him. Dave, can you just get us started here, please?
Here, I'm going to do the opposite of what Jason Garrett would prefer and talk about everybody but the Cowboys. Eagles just announced Carson Wentz not expected to play this week while he's dealing with a back injury. It means the Eagles and the Redskins both finishing the season without their starting quarterback. Remember, they just need to lose one game to lock this division up for the Cowboys. Things are falling into line for this Cowboys team.
That's true. When things are falling into line for Amari Cooper, it's crazy to think he'll only be playing in his 7th game as a Dallas Cowboy. But guys, he only needs one more touchdown to get his single season record in the NFL. Guys, 6 touchdowns this year. It's crazy. He's having a great year. That's Amari.
Oh, I see what you did.
Absolutely. Now, I'm not calling this trio the triplets. Would not do that. But this trio did do something that the triplets never done. For the first time in Cowboys franchise history, did they have a 400-yard passer, Dak, a 200-yard receiver, Amari, and a 100-yard rusher, Ezekiel Elliott. They're not the triplets, but they're doing the thing the triplets never done.
Baby triplets.
Making history.
Baby triplets.
Yeah.
Baby trips. All right, got your number time. We have been looking at the Colts, and you know what? There's just a lot to be told that you probably don't know. I'm just going to go with that. Not a lot of people know about what's going on with the Colts.
The
Is that
Colts
fair?
are so under the radar, it's ridiculous.
Thank
You're
you.
absolutely right.
That's
And it starts first with Andrew Luck, Lindsay, because of the fact, like, after missing the 2017 season, a lot of people were curious to see how this year would go for him. It's going well. The quarterback right now, guys, they are averaging 382.4 yards per game. So that is something to look out for defense this weekend. Cowboys defense will have a good test. Yes, Dave, you're saying that they've pretty much locked up the division, but the Colts might be a test they weren't ready for.
Yeah, and Andrew Luck is going to have T.Y. Hilton as one of his weapons. That's the big deal with him, is they're going to dedicate attention to this guy, but they call him the Ghost. And stick with me on this because we're trying to figure out,
you get an
is
answer?
he the Ghost because he's under the radar? Is he the Ghost because you don't see him? Is he the Ghost because he sneaks around the field? All of those answers are correct. I just don't know which one we're talking about. But last week, 9 catches, 199 yards, but he was serving as a decoy on a lot of plays where they did score. So, keep your eye out for the Ghost. Is that possible?
Ghost.
The Ghost is T.Y. Hilton.
Learn something new every
We'll check
day.
back in on that.
Listen, you guys know I am a Leighton Vander Esch fan. Wolf Hunter, awesome. I think he's going to be in line for Pro Bowl. He's in the Rookie of the Year conversation. Problem is, Darius Leonard, I'm not going to be surprised if he runs away with this award. A 2nd-round pick, not a first, 2nd-round pick, doing wonders for this Colts defense. 135 tackles. He's averaging 10 per game. I looked this up, too. Playing from the linebacker spot, Matt Eberflus, former Cowboys coach, he's got 7 sacks. Ooh. That would be 2nd on this Cowboys team, and it's more than all of the Cowboys linebackers combined. He is balling, and that's, again, no disrespect to Leighton Vander Esch, but he has got some steep competition starting with this guy.
I like it.
The entire league in tackles.
Machine.
Yeah. And you hear about all the great names. The Ghost, you hear about T.Y. Hilton, you hear about the defense. This team is really offensively a passing team, but they do have a running back in Marlon Mack who can give you a different aspect of the game. You see a lot of the RPO stuff now. It's more of the shifty back. So when Andrew Luck and those guys want to get you to go down the field in the play action pass, they're going to kind of tuck it in there to Marlon Mack a little bit. So you got to watch out for this guy. Don't fall asleep with Eric Ebron and Ghost and all the other guys going down the field because Marlon Mack will hurt you in between the tackles.
So you're saying Marlon Mack goes under the radar as well?
They all go under the radar.
Ebron's another guy.
Yes.
You know he's got 12 touchdowns?
13.
Oh, excuse me. I got my stats
He scored
wrong.
one when we weren't looking.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
we're looking at Andrew Luck. He's only been sacked 13 times.
It's pretty different than what's going on over
Pretty
here.
different.
But the glow up, you hear it all the time. It's been going on around here with the Cowboys, and we just want to take you through some of these major transitions that have been going on. The first one for you guys. Remember on draft night, all the saltiness going around?
The booze, the literal booze, Lindsay,
Super
at
salty.
AT&T Stadium that was just upset.
Now those boos have turned into howls. They went from boo to
The glow up, Leighton
see what
Vander
you
Esch.
did.
What about now? You remember this guy leaving in his Bentley in the offseason, and the Cowboys said, we'll do it without a number one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were all about the wide receiver by committee. But now you got this guy.
This is hurting my brain. Yeah, like, I mean, it was this year that Des Bryant got cut by this team. That's unbelievable.
How about this one? Jalen Smith. It's just a story that never has an ending because it's so good.
Why? Like, I know all of these stories. Why are they blowing my brain so much? Like, I vividly remember watching this dude rehabbing for a year,
Clear-eyed
wondering if he
view.
was ever gonna play. And now,
Gotta have that
love
clear-eyed
Jalen.
How about this one? Oh gosh, Tex,
Oh.
this is so mean.
Dave
Paul
Penman with the
Alexander, it was nice while it lasted, but the bye week they made the switch.
hey,
Oh.
free reign. Yeah,
Columbo. That is
Columbo,
Nice.
we're Columbo. Just what a
Rockstar
story.
coach, a literal rock
a
star.
literal rock star.
Taylor's favorite.
The
no
sleeves,
Just
guys.
3 and 5 without
Yep.
the sleeves.
3 and 5, and now undefeated with the sleeves. I just, there's not a better story, is
Can I
there?
nitpick, like, in the age of all this dry fit Under Armour stuff, like, why they got such baggy sleeves? Why
That's
can't
the
they
look.
That's the look
Swagger.
now.
Why? That's
the
not
look now.
swaggy.
Dave,
It's
That's
not
the
about
look.
high and tight. It's about like a little
Okay.
little mess to it.
Okay.
And we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we gotta talk about the Super Bowl. What kind of team is going to win? Will it be a high passing team, or will defense still win championships? We'll talk about it next.
Hey Dallas Cowboys fans, I'm Danny Starek at the AT&T Media Center. The Cowboys' victory over the Eagles made them 8-5 this season and gave them a 2-game lead in the NFC East ahead of Philadelphia and Washington. The Cowboys can take the NFC East and clinch a playoff berth as long as they win one of their last 3 games of the regular season. The Cowboys can also make the playoffs as long as Philadelphia and Washington both lose one of their next 3 games. The Cowboys have tiebreakers over both the Eagles and Redskins. The Cowboys swept the Eagles and have more divisional wins than Washington. The Cowboys' win in overtime over the Eagles was definitely exciting. However, was it your favorite game? The Cover 4 crew goes crowd surfing and looks at the top answers they asked you on Twitter.
Tay, you've been to that Christmas at the Star, right?
Oh, it is
Fun.
magical. Yes, it is. It's like Disneyland.
I still haven't gone, but I will go before it's over. Make sure to check it out. Let's go crowd surfing, talk to our fans a little bit. We asked you guys, who is the Cowboys MVP so far? And my crew here, I don't know if they're going to like your answer. Let's see what the crowd thinks. What do you guys want?
I mean, recency bias is a big deal. Amari
That's
Cooper's
it
been
right
great, but yeah,
That's your
I
MVP.
mean, MVP over the course of a whole season, Zeke's been balling out for 13 games. I'm saying Zeke.
Yeah, most valuable player. You look at the 2017 season, we're doing okay without Sean Lee this year. We're doing okay without Tyron Smith. We would not be doing okay without Ezekiel Elliott this year.
But what did you guys call it? Recency
bias. I know
is
what
that
the
what our
answer is.
fans went with? Show us the answer. Who is the MVP? Whoa. Amari
close. It's close.
I
That is close.
I mean, I can't 100% disagree. Like, these wins all have something in common. Amari Cooper's been on the field, but
And so has Ezekiel Elliott.
good point. Yeah, no, I'm with you. He had
What's your
200 all-purpose yards the other day.
We get
Crazy.
it. What's your biggest priority in the offseason? This one better be 100% one thing.
Well, we know what you said yesterday.
We know-
Yeah, I already asked for my Christmas
CTC,
gift. I'm gonna be
baby.
quiet. You guys go ahead.
CTC it. Cut the check.
No, you're absolutely right.
Hey, that man.
My close second though would be O-line help.
Big
I mean, this team prides itself on
The
that.
line needs help. I mean, finding a tight end should be a priority.
That should
for
be
this
your
team too,
number
but
one draft pick.
This team's not better if they find a tight end and don't have DeMarcus Lawrence on
So
the
you guys don't like Looney? You guys don't like Super?
We're good with
You
this.
guys don't like
That's
Finley?
why it's help. It's help.
We
Those
want
guys
those
have done
guys
great
to have help.
More.
They are the help. They need more help now. Anyways, are we CTCing right now? Is that what we are all choosing?
Hey, that
yeah.
man,
Yes.
his money.
Thank you.
Easy.
What about thinking back, little memory lane? What's been the best game for the Cowboys in their arsenal this year? What's been the best win that they have had?
I have to say the Saints. I mean, you beat a team that's on a 10-game win streak. They have the most potent offense in this league still, and you just hold them down? That was insane. I think it has to be the Saints. AT&T Stadium. Hats off to you.
This should be 100% the same.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the one we just played against Philly was great. Atlanta came
Play
down.
every year, though.
Atlanta came down to a last-second kick. Like, there have been a lot of good ones, but how do you top beating the number one team in the league on a 10-game win streak?
That was insane.
It was awesome.
Let's
So
crowd surf to our answer here. Show us. Who wins? Saints?
Saints.
Very
Easy.
easy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no love, not a little bit more love for this Eagles.
I voted
but
Eagles for whatever it's worth.
fine.
Let's sound off right now on the Super Bowl game. It's really been interesting to see the league kind of change in the last couple years, how fast it is. So does a team like that win, or does the team with the stout defense win?
What'd you say last week?
Oh, defense wins championships,
Defense wins
baby!
championships. And I think it's going to here if that does happen for them in the Super Bowl run. I think you have to have that dynamic defense. You've seen other potent offenses go into the Super Bowl and have success, get themselves there with that offense. But to get the job done, you have to have the defense.
What do you think, Davey?
It's so fascinating to me because, you know, I'm thinking mainly of the NFC. The Rams and the Saints have ruled the day in this conference all season, right? But what has happened in the last couple weeks? Cowboys beat the Saints, held them to 10 points, and the Bears beat the Rams, held them to 6. So clearly, defense still has a role to play in this whole thing. But in a playoff, one-off situation, I think your defense is going to help you a lot win one game. Your offense needs to be able to do something if you're going to win 4 in a row, which is what the Cowboys would have to do.
Michael Irvin was here, he'll go, "Ah!" and he would say offense scores points, and you need points to win
Yes, he would.
football games. So
do.
defense does great things for you, but you gotta still score points. It's still about the offense.
What is the whole saying? The whole saying is offense wins games, defense wins championships, right? You need the defense to put that resume together to win a Super Bowl or an NFC title game type of situation. You need to be able to score points.
You made a comment. You said the two most, I guess, hottest offenses were stopped by defense once, all year long.
Right.
The Cowboys and the Bears. Only once. All year long, they've been plowing through people. So it says that the offense is winning all year long.
But it only takes one time in football, right?
Okay, Professor Hellman.
I'm just saying.
Professor
I
Hellman.
do kind of have the
After
professor
the
look going on.
Super Bowl, Jess. OT time.
OT time. There are 10 teams in the National Football League. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 that have been outscored in yardage, that have been outgained in yardage by Ezekiel Elliott and Amari Cooper. 940 yards for those guys in the last 3 games. They have been putting together just fantastic numbers. There's 10 teams in the National Football League in the last 3 games who have not gained 940 yards.
There's a lot of love for LVE right now around Cowboys Nation, and there should be. Guys, he only needs one more tackle to be the Cowboys' leading tackler as a rookie. So, guys, that is a big-time deal to be that kind of an impact.
Reading my mind today, Taylor. LVE, Leighton Vander Esch, number 55. Who else is 55? Our dear friend and colleague, Brian Blotters. It's his birthday, the big 5'5".
Happy birthday,
Wait,
Brian!
no, not happy. Happy birthday.
How?
Howl P birthday. Yeah, like that. Oh! Happy birthday, Brian.
Happy birthday does
Always
not.
off at the end.
Yeah, I know. That's my goal, honestly.
Happy birthday, B.
We'll see you guys tomorrow with Behind Enemy Lines.
Happy birthday. Who?
How